Hey everybody, it is Mr. George. In today's video, we are going to look at the concept of a target market. And this is within marketing. So when we talk about a target market, we're really looking at the core characteristics, what a group of individuals or businesses have in common. And we're trying to really look at different segments or characteristics so that it becomes easier for us to be able to appeal to this group, to reach this group, to speak to this group, so that they understand that this product or service is really for them. So a target market is a specific group of people or businesses that you're really trying to focus your efforts, your marketing efforts on. Now, this doesn't mean that someone outside of your target market can't buy your product. Of course they can. But when we talk about a target market, we can't just try and focus on everyone, okay? Because it makes it difficult to, how do you answer the question, how do you reach everyone? So when we talk about a target market, it means that people have something in common, right? So we need to divide this group into some broad categories here so that we can create this unique customer profile. The word niche, N-I-C-H-E, some people call it niche, really is what makes your product or service special or unique. So the four general categories within a target market are demographics. So we're talking about things such as age, gender, occupation, income, education, marital status, can include religion, lots of those different categories. Geographics refers to where someone lives and or where they work. Psychographics, personalities, attitudes, values, interests, hobbies. Think of psychographics really as a magazine section within like a bookstore where there are lots of different types of magazines. Each magazine tends to appeal to individual interests. So if you had a magazine that was on celebrity gossip, that would appeal to a certain group of people. If you had a magazine that looked at health and fitness or weightlifting, that would appeal to another group of people. And then we look at consumer behaviors, how people behave. So the example I have here would be, if you have dry skin, then that's something that would appeal to you when you hear a commercial for dry skin. When we talk about consumer behaviors, it's really how people behave. So whether some people prefer to purchase items online, it could be that they buy things through PayPal. So it really looks at the process, what's involved, how people interact with a product as far as how they behave. Okay. So when we talk about, and here's an example of a target market. So if you were going to be offer tutoring services to students, you could define your target market as high school students. And then we look at certain ages, so ages 16 to 17, who live in a specific town. So now you're seeing that the target market starts with everyone on planet Earth, and now we are making it smaller. We're getting more focused, more defined. And through this example here, you could focus on certain subjects, so algebra and geometry sections, which are contained within the SAT. So now you're really focusing on your math tutor, but really you're focusing on tutoring a certain age group in a certain geographic area who are expecting to prepare for the SAT. So now you're also talking about targeting families whose parents value education or attended college, who see the value in trying to get a higher SAT score. As a result of that, of being able to define this target market, you have determined that it makes more sense to reach out to this group in like really specific concentrated areas, such as an online website that's geared towards locals. Okay, parents within that community. Create a small advertisement within the local paper. Okay, now you gladly would take a student from another town that doesn't fall within your target market, but the reality is you have limited resources. So by having a target market, it makes it easier for you to figure out how do you appeal to this certain group. It certainly makes it easier to potentially reach these individuals. And now you have this niche where you have this group of people where you are the product or service that is a best fit for them. So you could say, well, if you advertised in a national newspaper, or if you had an advertisement on ESPN, would you reach more people? Absolutely. But would you reach more people within your target market? No. You'd be wasting a lot of money showing people your product or service that really wouldn't have an interest, it wouldn't appeal to them, and you really wouldn't get that return on your investment if we're talking about advertising dollars. So here's an example that I just was looking at on a local country music station in Boston, Country 102.5. So, they provide music to their viewers, to their members, to their audience. And what they do is they're also collecting information from a variety of different sources. And what they're doing with this information is they're trying to convince companies to spend their advertising dollars by advertising on 102.5, but they want to make sure that the advertisers are reaching individuals that would fall within their target market, or else that would be a waste of money. So just to give you some examples here, they're looking at the employment status, income, education, family structure, looking at, here it says 65% have contributed to charitable organizations, money spent on groceries. They're kind of emphasizing that within their radio station that they have lots of live TV shows that is valued by their listeners, which could be one other motive as to why individuals like this radio station, not just because it's country music, but because of the format of the shows, as well as it looks at ages, to be able to say that the average median, the median age for their viewership is age 44. So hopefully this gives you a good idea. Once you know who your target market is, it makes it a lot easier to be able to connect, communicate your message, and reach out to them. Because basically you want to give people what they want and what is relevant. And if you don't know who your audience is, it makes it very difficult, very challenging to provide content that they find relevant, and hopefully that they have an interest or love the content that you're doing. So that concludes our video on target market. I hope you found that informational, and thanks for watching.